What is up? Jimmy here from Video Gamers Legends. What's Legendary Lotters? We have another game hunting / pickups video for you. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about how the world is salivating over the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And mind you, I didn't get a chance to purchase any of these consoles or get my hands on one. But this is what that's like. Let's see what the hype's all about. Let me show you. PlayStation 5. Xbox Series X. Welcome back. Now, as I always usually do in these game hunting / pickup videos, I usually go right into the games, and that's what we're going to do. But I just like to mention that I still am purchasing a lot of things online. Ryan's still been game hunting out in the community, doing a really good job. But you will see clips in this video where we actually do get out and we do some game hunting. We go to Gamestop, and I think Ryan actually did go to a couple thrift stores. I believe he went to Salvation Army. But let's dive right into the games. Now, I'm on this PlayStation kick, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and I also got a big other purchase of PlayStation in this video. We'll get to that, which I'm really excited about. But I've been on this horror kick still from Halloween. I'm still playing a lot of horror games. Now, the PlayStation 2, I'm playing this a lot late at night, you know, before I'm going to bed, and playing it again. Now, if you've seen videos of me in the past of our channel, and you'll see how I explain how I was always a Nintendo guy back in the past, and I never had PlayStations. I would always go to my friend Jacob's house, and that's where I played PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. That's where I became a fan of Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil games. That's where I became a fan of Silent Hill. That's where I became a fan of Final Fantasy, Diablo, these types of titles. And now owning all these PlayStations and going back and purchasing these titles and playing them, it's so surreal. And all this nostalgia comes up. And yes, okay, I spent the money. Silent Hill 2. I did spend a pretty penny on this, but it was worth it to me. Because now playing it again, Resident Evil 2 is my favorite horror game of all time. But now this is coming close. You have Resident Evil with a lot of action-driven games. Resident Evil 2, I wouldn't say is more of that, but still a lot of action in that game. This has, like, the more psychological angle. Just an amazing game. Honestly, Konami, when you made games like this, you did it right. It's arguably the best horror game of all time. And it still scares me. I'm playing this late at night. I'm still getting scared like crazy. I got some PlayStation 4 games for you. Here's another kind of horror-based. I was on this kick of vampires lately, and as well, I got Vampire. I went for it. I looked at a lot of reviews on YouTube, and I got a lot of good ones, so I was really excited to play it. Just started, if you saw in the previous video, I just started playing this story-driven based game. Now, obviously, you're this vampire. At the beginning of the game, you need blood to, like, drive your body. You know, obviously, if you don't have blood in your system, you kind of, like, get dazed and confused, almost like you're dehydrated, as, like, a normal person would need water. And you wake up, and you don't know what's going on, and this woman comes up to you, and you bite her neck, and you feel alive, and you feel better. Then you realize she's your sister. And so you get freaked out, and then all these people are chasing you. They're trying to kill you. They're, like, calling you a monster. You have no idea you're a vampire. You have no idea what's going on. You run away from them. You find shelter, and then you finally try to kill yourself inside that shelter. You try to shoot yourself in the heart. That's how the game starts. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm very, very fast in, probably about an hour, but it's great. Now, have you ever bought a game based on just cover art? The answer would be probably not if you're a true gamer. I actually did. because this game was so cheap. I bought this because I thought it looked absolutely awesome. Look at that cover art. Mother Gunship. And lo and behold, I talked to Ryan, and it's still sealed. I haven't even played it yet. Lo and behold, I talked to Ryan, and he said it's an amazing first-person shooter game. And you know, what could not be better than a game where you're fighting hordes of robotic aliens? Which I guess that's what this game's all about. So I actually am excited to play that. But it was very cheap on Amazon, so that's why I got it. The Dead Space series. Oh, this brings back memories. Dead Space, arguably to me, is one of the best horror genre video games series of all time. You know, it's got that climatic, you know, scenes of basically honing you down. It's almost like you're enclosed in these environments on these ships. Very small cameras. Like, you don't have a lot of space to work with, which makes it all scary. And then, you know, the music and all that stuff. But I got the original here, and it's still sealed, which I'm not going to open it because the great thing about Xbox, guys, is I'm playing this on Game Pass, which I think is awesome. So, and then I got Dead Space 2 here, but I actually got a little note from the person I purchased this from on eBay. It said, "Thank you for your business and happy gaming." That was pretty cool. I thought that was cool. So yeah, I got that too. Now, the last PlayStation item that I talked about before that I'm really excited to show off, Ryan knows it, I've been trying to get one for a long time, and now I finally have one, the PlayStation Vita. Now, this is the 2000 Slim model. I was more appealed by the 1000 model at first because it has the OLED screen, and this only has an LED screen, so that OLED screen's a little bit more vibrant. But Ryan recommended this one. He said it was just a little bit more ergonomic with a better charger, which he is right. And I love hooking this up to remote play to be able to play games from my PlayStation 4, like I was playing Uncharted 4. A little problem with lag, but not too much, but awesome as well. Such a great handheld system, very underrated, I believe, the PlayStation Vita. When I did purchase it, I was able to get this nice grip with it, which I thought was awesome. And it feels so comfortable in your hands, by the way, too. It also came with this little case that I can keep the games in. Here's a few that I got with it. I got 8 games with it when I purchased it. But I think we got Racing Game here. We also have Little Big Planet and Uncharted Golden Abyss and Madden 13, which I also thought was cool. And then I also got this case that came with it as well. Now, I don't understand why PlayStation would want to make the PlayStation Vita dead. It is such a great, it is a true artwork of a handheld system. It feels like a handheld system. It's smaller than compared to, like, let's say the Switch. It feels like a handheld. It's sleeker. And, you know, the games feel like a handheld game, but they're great titles and they're fun to play. And I know Limited Run and other developers still sometimes make old games for it. They make like physical versions or they make new games. But I believe that the PlayStation Vita needs a lot more support from fans. So let's try to keep doing that because I fell in love with this system. But let's talk about the games because the games are the most important thing. Games like Uncharted Abyss and Little Big Planet and Persona 4 Golden, I actually ordered the cases separate. Now, you can actually do that. I got these on eBay and for like $7, $5, which is a lot cheaper to save yourself some money. But let's talk about some of these games. Uncharted Golden Abyss, such a great title. I believe it was a launch title for the PlayStation Vita. This reminds me of the first game. The first Uncharted game in terms of graphics. Nathan Drake is always going to be great in this game. Some of the characters that he has with him in this game are a little bit lackluster compared to the other games, but don't take anything away from this game. What a great game. Just fantastic. The environments, I was just blown away from the mechanics that the PlayStation Vita can offer. This game shows you all of that, and using the motion controls, the back touch screen controls, everything, it shows it all off in this game. Just absolutely fantastic. Borderlands 2, I haven't had a chance to play that game. Need for Speed Most Wanted. What a great game here, too. If you want a game, if you're out and you want to just play a game for like an hour or 45 minutes where you can run away from the cops and have that type of racing game and just wreak havoc, great game, too, as well. And then Little Big Planet, PS Vita. People would argue that this is actually one of the best Little Big Planet games of all time. I would have to agree. I've been playing this game, and I'll tell you what, it's very, very charming. It's very good. Also, another example of how to show off a lot of the PlayStation Vita's controls, how to utilize them. And the last game I want to talk about, too, which I also bought this case separately, Persona 4 Golden. It's still in the bubble wrap here. But I had a little note. It has a little note on it, which I thought was cool. It says, "Dear Jimmy, hope you love your Persona case. Thanks so much for ordering with us. Please leave us some positive feedback, and we'll do the same for you. Visit our website." That's cool. It says, "I also included some photo paper samples for you." That's really neat. And 10% off your next order. So look at this paper art here. We have God of War and Epic Mickey 2. That's really cool. And this one too as well. That's neat. Now, Persona 4 Golden, let's talk about that game. I never thought I would like this style of game. You know, that typical JRPG anime style, but I fell in love with it. You know, and what's great about Persona 4, and it's arguably rated one of the best games on PS Vita, and I can understand why. So you're this character in Japan, and you're basically playing a year total span of his life. But you do a little bit of everything. You go to school, you learn, you do daily activities, you eat, and then you go across into this other world through televisions, where you have to fight this array of monsters and do this turn-based combat, which is great. But you have to learn about these characters and learn about what's happening in your area. These murderers are taking place, so you have to like kind of investigate what's going on, you know. And then you have the graphic art style, which is just absolutely amazing. Never thought I would like that kind of anime style, but it is actually great. And the dialogue just grabs you. It's very intriguing. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's been one of my favorite games, and I've sunk many hours into it. It keeps you engaged the whole time. So that's it, guys. That's what I've picked up lately, and let's get to the rest of the pickups and the game hunting part of the video.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got the kiddos.
Video games.
We're gonna go pick up some video games that a guy contacted me on. He wants $1 a piece. There's PS2, PS3 games, so we're gonna go check them out and pick them up and see if we can get some footage of getting them.
Video games.
Woo! All right, guys, here picking up. This is what we're getting. You said there's some loose discs in here too.
Yeah, that's got some loose discs in it.
I won't get you.
I mean, like I said,
yeah,
I got these from a buddy of mine. And then in this one here, I've never played this one, but don't mind the fingerprints.
Cool. All right, man. Adam and I are here to eat at the Sakura Buffet, and whoa, Jimmy, what in the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, we actually met up in town, and we actually did a little game hunting. Ryan messaged me. You went to a thrift store before we went to GameStop, right?
Correct.
So he went to a thrift store. He got some awesome PC games, and he will show you, I think it was a Salvation Army.
Yep, Salvation Army.
He will show you what he picked up, but we actually just went to GameStop. They didn't have the buy two, get two free. But it's always nice to go to your local GameStop to see what they have in terms of, 360, Wii U and PlayStation 3 games, because a lot of them are downsizing, especially when they're getting ready for the new gen. So they're making room in their stores for that hardware, and they're getting rid of a lot of their old games, and they're downsizing. So it's good to check out your local GameStop now. But here's my receipt to prove I went to GameStop. But as you can see here, I got a couple games, and look at these prices. I mean, you can't beat it. I got Armored Core, which I actually had heard about it before, but I never played. Did a little research with Ryan. He told me this is a fantastic game. And anything with mech, you're shooting with mechs, I just think that's awesome. So I think I've talked about that before. Turning Point, Fall of Liberty. I don't know much about this game.
But for $1? For
$1. That's what I'm saying. If you're a collector and if you want to play a lot of these old games on your old systems, these are good things, good deals to withhold. Splinter Cell Double Agent. I've actually heard this game and I've played this game before. These are fantastic games. Anything Tom Clancy, I've always liked Tom Clancy games. Fear, I was really excited about this game because I played it before, but I never owned it, so I'm excited to get this in my collection. And I can play this on my PlayStation 3, so I'm excited about that.
And get ready, because I found some Fear stuff too.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, you did for PC. Resistance 3, I believe that is?
Yep.
I've never played it, but I thought the cover art looked awesome.
First-person shooter, you'll love it, trust me.
FPS, yep. This game here, I don't know what this is. It's another
Endbor.
Yeah, another
Tom Clancy's. Yep.
Yep. Like I said, I'm excited because I will play these games. So, yeah, and all that was like $20. So I mean, you can't beat it. And I'll get it to Ryan. Ryan will show you what he picked up.
All right, guys, my turn now. This is the stuff I got from GameStop. Like Jimmy said, we kind of met up and got stuff from GameStop since they're downsizing for the new gens and stuff like that. But I got the Serious Sam collection on 360. I don't think $6.99 is too bad for that, because I mean there's some pretty good games in there.
Yeah, I've played that before.
Super
too.
good, super fun first-person shooter games. And I got PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale for PS3, kind of like Smash Bros, but with PlayStation characters.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna pass that up. Mass Effect 3 for $1. I usually don't even find that at yard sales for $1, so that's a pretty good deal for me.
You know how much I love the Mass Effect series.
And I've never played them, so now I can start.
Amazing.
We got Prototype 2. And that's a pretty cool game. Kane and Lynch Dead Men. Awesome, another good shooter game. And we got Vikings. I've never seen that or heard of that, but I thought the art was kind of
I thought that looked really cool too, but I didn't want to pick it up because that sticker was driving me nuts.
Another cool thing too is if you guys go to GameStop, some of these didn't have the original cases. Just ask at the counter. She literally, I was like, hey, do you have the original case? She's like, I'll check and make sure. Guess what? She did. So I got all the perfect good cases and everything with them too.
Oh yeah, you told me that because some of them didn't have. They had the replacement cases,
correct.
And then you got them.
So then, going to the
and I didn't know that, so that's a good tip.
Yeah. So going to the thrift store, I ended up finding Far Cry 3 for the PC, Alien vs Predators Gold Edition for the PC. We got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 for $1, Revenant for $1. And these are all boxed. We got Roller Coaster Tycoon, Loopy Landscape. I mean, we talked about this in a couple of videos before. This is one of my favorite PC games because it's so addicting.
I played that so much in like the mid to late 90s on my computer.
Oh, we do got one more from GameStop that I forgot about. Ninja Gaiden 2 or Z Hayaba, something like that. I don't really know how to say it.
See, I've never heard of that Ninja Gaiden game.
But it looks sweet.
It looks awesome, yeah.
That's why I picked that up.
And that was one that you asked for the case and they had it.
Right, exactly.
Which is awesome. I would have bought it. I would have bought it if I would have known that.
So then we got Turok for the PC, which is a really good game. And then, as Jimmy bought Fear for the 360 there, I got all these Fears for the PC. We got Fear 2, we got Fear 1 with the expansion packs.
That's awesome.
And they're all boxed.
Yeah.
And they all look in really good shape. Actually, almost look brand new. And the only other thing I found was some strategy guides. I got World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. And they're all in good shape. That's why I grabbed them. And then we got Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. So, I mean, not the greatest strategy guides, but I don't have these ones, so I'm going to pick them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially for $1.99 a piece. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, great pickups for just kind of going around on this really cold day up near Buffalo, New York. So.
And definitely, we got more pickups for you coming and more videos for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out.
Do it.